Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everybody? Creeper Bros, thank you for 31 months. Quaxum, thank you for 53 months. How y'all doing today? I'm kind of nervous about how to even begin this, really. This is going to be a journey. I'm sorry, Zuria. Hope it gets better. Yeah, I feel weird about coding on stream. I also, I don't know C Sharp. Nor do I know Unity's anything. So, I'm going to be really just kind of slowly digging in here. I am of the mentality that programming is mostly just syntax. So I don't really care that I don't know C Sharp, other than the initial.
Yes, I am the Lord.
What is 3 years, if not 36 months persevering?
Manry, thank you for 36 months persevering. It just means that there's going to be some stumbling around. Maybe, Emerlin, maybe.
Yes, I am the Lord.
You got this, Nice Phaedron.
Hey, Craig, thank you for 78 months, dude. So, I mean, I've seen some of it. I've watched some tutorials. I didn't, like, absorb a ton of it. I wasn't, like, following along. I was just sort of watching to see what it's like. So I wasn't really coding along, and I didn't pick up or memorize the such and such. But it looks like something I can definitely get the hang of. It's just this first night is going to be something. It's going to be something. I'm going to be using
Yes, I am the Lord.
Visual Studio Code. Jazzium, thank you for 76 months. I have found it to be a pretty nice free editor. I've been impressed with it. Started using it within the past year or so. Well, it should be relatively comparable. The only thing is that I don't know whether I should. I don't know which Unity extension I should install. There's a few. There's one that's like a super pack. There's another that I think is just the IntelliSense or whatever. And Unity apparently recognizes when you have Visual Studio Code installed. OmniSharp? Well, I don't know. It doesn't. I don't think it has to be custom, but the advantage would be that it can autocomplete, like it knows what the Unity stuff is, right? I don't know. This is why I was nervous. Because I knew there was going to be so much, like, whenever you do something like this, it reveals all the stuff you don't know. Well, maybe, you know, backseating is welcome in this scenario. I mean, this is a learning scenario anyway, right? So if this is your zone, then feel free to help me out. Oh, but yeah, this is gonna be rough. This is like square one. Don't know shit about shit. Actually, I think I might. This is the tutorial that I had open. I might take a look at this, poke around in there, and look at stuff. Hmm? Hmm. So this was the tutorial platformer that was included with Unity. It's interesting, and it has a bunch of stuff to poke at. I actually have a decent sense of the interface from watching the tutorial. I forget who put it in Discord, but somebody shared a playlist from the one of the developers behind Gunpoint and Heat Signature, and I guess now they're working on what the fuck was it called? Tactical Breach Wizards, which looks wild. Um, and his tutorial is really good. He's a bit slow. I felt in terms of basically like not used to making tutorials or something. But I actually liked his style a lot. I liked the slowness because the slowness usually amounted to he was just thinking about things on the fly. Like he would run into some sort of unexpected behavior and he's like, oh, this is actually really interesting. This could be like a gameplay thing. And it's just interesting to ride along for that. That's the tutorial I was talking about where I wasn't coding along or anything, so I didn't really absorb details. But I got like I just had it on when I was doing other things and was getting a sense of, you know, how Unity works. So I should have this should bring up, yeah, there we go. Lovely. Yeah, I don't know. So the game that he was doing in the tutorial was a 3D game, so he didn't use any of this stuff. He didn't use any platformer libraries. This is all new to my eyeballs. Some projects have trouble loading. Yeah, sure. OmniSharp, no document found. Is this what this is what you were talking about, Zick? So how can what do I Oh, this is already I have that. I don't think I need it. Anything else? I don't understand what it's complaining about. Oh, like I said, there's a debugger. This is that like super pack thing I was talking about. Link in the logs. To resolve this, install developer pack for this framework version or retarget your application. Oh. Oh, I read something about this actually. Since 2019, it is required to use the editor package. Do 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 do. Oh, wait, that just copied that, huh? Surprised that's not like a link. Yeah, I really like these. Now you can't look at Daddy's tabs, except for the tabs I want you to see. Control click. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Lots to learn, lots to learn, lots to learn. I don't have this installed. Really? 4.7.1?
Yes, I am the Lord.
Coestar programming.
Yeah. Hey, Tug. Thank you for 17 months. Oh, yeah. Right there. Okay. Yeah, I do have the runtime installed. Uh, big button on the right or this, yeah. I guess I can turn my music back on. I thought I was going to run the platformer tutorial, which has music. Hello? This never doesn't happen, so that was weird. Leave it to Microsoft. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, please. Yeah, I made sure all my shit was organized in anticipation of this, so that nobody could complain. Ta-da! So, I wonder if I have to restart my whole computer or just Visual Studio Code. Let's close that and see if it complains again. Nope, seem to be fine. It's working. I'll be real with you. I don't know what that did for me. Not the slightest clue. Hover something? Oh. Oh, so I don't need any extensions? So did this go and figure everything out? It sure did. How about that? That's beautiful. I assume I have autocomplete now and ta-ta-ta-ta. Like if I were to go, right? Rider. Huh, yeah, look at that. Beautiful. I don't know what this does, so I'm just gonna stop here, but hey. That's working, that's nice. That's nice and good. Oh, so this literally just plays a sound. It's weird. I would have thought, I guess the animation isn't handled in here. Curious. If player health is alive, kill the player. Camera follow. Huh. I guess that wasn't necessary. Or perhaps even was problematic. Why did you leave that in a tutorial, though? Control enabled false. Play a death sound. Oh, and so they are doing animations here. So I wonder how the jump animation is handled. Well, so this looks like this. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Haha. It has music, so. That seems loud. That seems real loud. Player movement's so fast. Let's try having that. There we go. If you make changes like that while you have the game in like play mode, it will not save. Actually, this music to me doesn't sound Mega Man-ish. It sounds like a Treasure game. In fact, it's very Treasure. Reminds me of that 1 in 64 game that I'm forgetting the name of. Mischief Makers. Thank you, Wolven. Yeah, from the moment I first heard this tune, I thought of Mischief Makers, because it's got a similar sort of, this little hook that we're listening to right now. Yeah, I actually know that from that tutorial I was talking about. He had it set up so that it would be, like, super obvious when you were in play mode, so you didn't change settings and forget. Yeah, in here. Play mode tint. See, it's like very subtle. And then what he did was he did it like... So there's no way. There's no way you wouldn't know. Yeah, see, it didn't save the player's movement speed. Which this setting is insane. This is the speedrun cheat setting. I was surprised at how low effort this tutorial was, by the way. It's extremely simple. Let me see. Yeah. Change the speed of your player. Here's what the editor does. You can change the colors. Add an enemy. And then it just jumps to, like, doing mods. And then build and publish. How do I even start making a platformer? How do I set up this scene? You didn't explain shit. 2D platformer tutorials, my ass. That's some bullshit. That didn't teach anything. Nothing. Not helpful at all. Yeah, change some settings in this game. Pretty much. Yep. Debating on whether I want to even try to start with like making a platformer, or if I should fuck around with doing like a little 3D arena with capsules and stuff. Because after watching that tutorial, at least I know a little bit more of what was going on with that. But like I said, I don't really know the code. Let's do a new project. Oh, well, I never saw this. They don't show you this with the tutorial. 2D platformer micro game. Hmm. Well, how about that? How about that? Well, now I'm conflicted because I was going to mess around in 3D. Wonder what the difference is between 2D and 2D platformer micro game. Karting micro game. Officially partnered with Lego. Prefab. Yeah. Yeah, probably. It's probably the same thing that I've already got open a bit. High definition RP. What does that mean? This template utilizes high definition render pipeline, making it a good starting point for people focused on high end graphics. Oh. You know, I didn't know until today when we were discussing game engines in the Discord that fucking Tarkov is a Unity game, which just blows my mind. Like Unity kind of has like a bad rep in the graphics department because of all the because it's so accessible. There's a lot of shitty stuff. So a lot of times people, when you think of Unity, you think of shit. And but Tarkov is a really beautiful high end graphics game. Like I would have bet cash that it was an Unreal Engine game or a custom engine game. Did not expect it to be Unity. Well, I don't think this is what I want right now. Speed apps is built-in renderer. Yep. I definitely don't need that. Universal render pipeline. The performance, wide support, ease of customization. I mean, this is interesting stuff. I don't think it's the stuff I need to be playing with straight away. I'm almost sure this is the same thing. Oh, fuck it. Let's just find out. Same thing, probably. Same thing. I didn't want to sully my special new folder. Mouse, no mouse. Mouse, no mouse. Mouse, no mouse. Mouse, no mouse. Oh, mouse, no mouse. No mouse. Mouse, no mouse. I wonder if I should turn on one of those mouse accessibility things. Because I don't know if my mouse is like hard to see. And that might be obnoxious for this sort of stuff. Okay. Let's close that. Yeah, this is the same thing. Isn't it? Get out my face. Yep. It is. It was. Yeah, I would have thought it would have replaced it. It's probably a preference. Refresh. Load previous project. Yeah, sure. Well, no, that might be obnoxious. Definitely dark. Well, if there's a setting for it, I don't know where it would be. Anyway, we were gonna do the new project. I still want to do that, so let's do that. Stream baby. Stream baby. But food, you don't need to tell me that. I was already saying essentially that. I did what I didn't know until today was the level of like how far you could take Unity. I thought it was a lot more limited than it actually is. So we got a little 3D scene. Oh, where do we start? Right. So we got this little boy. We could make like a little floor. I'm thinking of that tutorial that I watched basically. Just kind of like, well, maybe I can try to replicate some of what I saw. Where's the color at? It's got no material. It's got default material. Ah, there we are. Oh, but I can't fuck with it, huh? So, do I have to make a new material? Here's one. Oh, this won't even name it. New material. Okay, here we go. And then my cube. Actually, I could make this a prefab, right? Doing this. I don't know if this is really what I want to do. I'm gonna bring the music back. It's a little weird with it being so quiet. Aha. Okay. Neat. Presumably, if I change this, then. Yeah. I don't know that a prefab is really what I wanted for this cube, though. Missing. The source. Right. How do I tell it not to care? I told you all this was going to be rough. God, I haven't worked in like 3D anything in 1 gajillion years. What is our... Okay. Let's just do that. Woof. That's fine. I should probably just work with simpler numbers so that it's not a nightmare. There we go. I don't want to start with nightmares. I don't think that you should be held back by that. Now, is there like an easy copy? No. I mean, yes, probably. I was hoping for like a drag copy. Like, hold a key, drag it, and it just makes a copy. I tried Alt, and I tried Control. I didn't try Shift. Maybe Shift is the way. Nope. I don't know. What about 2D? There. We've got a little sort of arena thing. So, let's see if I can make... Why did that appear so far away? Let me see if I can make a little player. It may require scripts. I didn't install or set up any visual editor at all. So I suppose I'll be doing this the hard way. Thank you, Cypher. I don't think I'm going to be messing with ramps right now, so I think it'll be okay. I'm not sure what that did right there.
Yes, I am the Lord.
Hold on, I'm looking shit up. Miss Dinah, thank you for 56 months. You have to forgive me. Some of this stuff may be a little on the slow side while I get my bearings and figure shit out. Okay, so the fact that I just made a box and called it player is probably all I need. Now, like, I think it's scripting from here. Why is this folder weird? It's weird. Is it, like, empty? Is that why it's like that? Gotcha. Ugh. Eh? Uh-oh. Hello? Ooh. Unity error. Failed to present D3D11 swap chain due to device reset removed. This error can happen if you draw or dispatch very expensive workloads to the GPU. What the fuck? Well, okay. I don't know why that happened. I think I have to restart now. Off to a roaring start here. This is the one weird quirk of this machine ever since I built it. My GPU seems to work, but I have had some very odd GPU seemingly related fuckery that I can't explain, I can't replicate, and I don't know what to do about it. It amounts to having to restart sometimes. No idea what happened there.
Yes, I am the Lord.
Cool stream, keep it up.
Zephy's saying for 3 months. Okay. So I'm looking at a little tutorial here to get the to get things a-going. Oh yeah, I didn't save anything I did because I didn't have the opportunity to save. That's okay. I will start over. So I'm going to create a little arena again. And I'm going to rename this. Walls, I guess. Let's make it wider. Make it. Oh wow, that's good. Actually, let's go bigger than this. 20 by 30. Whoop. Excusez-moi. Oh, it didn't even save my color. This is fine. Do you save your project and or oh, I guess I'm saving the scene. Or oop, sorry.
Yes, I am the Lord.
Reticulating splines.
Reticulating
3.
splines. Okay. Okay. Let's save that again. Tim, thank you for 87 months. Okay. So I got my little area again. Got that back. Let's get our little player cube back. Excellent. Okay. Now we're back where we were. And I've got this. Okay. Player movement. I think I can just slam this right into the player, right? Oh, so it should just become. Put it right here, maybe. It didn't like that. It didn't do nothing. Yeah. It's weird that dragging it here didn't work. But whatever. There. So it got that now, and it does nothing at the moment, but it's gonna. Oh. Declaring variables, blah de blah blah. Okay, so this is where things might get gross or ugly. Because I don't know how good this tutorial is. I have to drag it to the bottom. I see. I guess just feel free to tell me if it's bad. It's whatever. I
You're really
imagine
for bits.
there's a lot of ways to do these things. My rigid body. Dave, thank you for the biddies. I appreciate that, my dude. I salute you. I terrorized Dave earlier. He said on Twitter.
Yes, I am the Lord.
Can't it just be October already? Watching you play Little Nightmares 2, hopefully lol. That's my favorite time of year. Also,
indeed.
hope you're enjoying this.
Yeah, so far so good. Thank you for 22 months. Appreciate it, Kyler. Earlier today, before Dave went live, he said, I have made a very cursed bits alert. So, when Dave went live, I bought some bits and waited. Actually, I didn't wait. My original joke plan was that I was gonna do all my bits during the countdown because you didn't have an alert for your countdown screen, and then not do any bits after you switched over. But you just replayed them, so that flopped. But then I realized that the recorder thing is so fucking long. I would just wait for you to launch into any lengthy speech about anything, and then boom, recorder taps for many seconds. It was beautiful. Thank you for adding that bit alert, Dave. I invested a silly amount of money just to do bit alert joke. It was not fiscally wise. I think it's excellent, Dave. The only problem is that, you know, you get somebody who's gonna abuse it, it might just get too annoying to keep, or you'll have to raise the price too high. If I had money to burn, I could have really just made it a terrible day. Okay, getting a reference to the rigid body component that we set up earlier. Hello? Oh, that must be... Oh, rigid body 2D. Damn it. This is a... This isn't a good tutorial for what I want to do. I just want a simple 3D one. Here, this should work. Right. Speed. Uh-huh. I don't know how this one is. I wonder why the other tutorial did that. Fuck it. I don't need to know. There's gonna be some real fucking around here, y'all. I guess we're doing it like this, huh?
Yes, I am the Lord.
Kyla TMS gifted a tier 1 sub to Nirubra. They have given 19 gift subs in the channel.
Kyler, thank you for that gift sub. Appreciate it. See, the thing I don't know about this one is where do you define your what key does what, huh? Oh, hell. Player. Fuck. Character controller, character. What is that? How do I reference my... Well, so the way that they did it here is they have this. They also called this player controller as opposed to player movement. You see? And then what they want, or the way they've written it is... So... And then... Add the character controller to the player object and edit the collider capsule to fit it. Sure. Get out of here. Okay. So add components. Character controller. Ah, I see. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. How do you pan? I forget. Ah, middle mouse. There we go. So this has got... Oh, no. Actually. So the way this works is it's an over-the-shoulder camera, which is not what I intended to do. But, I mean, it's all right. It's whatever. It's okay. We'll just fuck with this. And we'll see how it goes.
Yes, I am the Lord.
I assign the player controller to the player object. Ah.
Yes, I am the Lord.
Lies. It says, when I play the scene, I can move around freely with classic WASD controls. Clearly, I didn't do something. I know. Well, so the thing is that this little tutorial I was looking at didn't talk about specifying that. Viking, thank you for the gift subs, my friend. And Chloe, thank you for 36 months. Mm, hmm. Yeah, it's already set up that way. So what this person did is... So this is actually the second part of the tutorial. Let's try that first. Let's try that first part of that tutorial there, huh? See how that goes. We got a floor. We got 3D models. Blah 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 blah. I downloaded a breakdance animation. Not looking to be doing that. Okay, tutorial number 1 did not help. I'm not getting any errors. So what am I missing from this? This is going to be a third-person controller. So I'll position the camera over the shoulder, assign it as a child object to the player, create a folder for scripts, create the player controller script. I mean, maybe I should call it that as well. Give it the proper class name. That may have something to do with it. This is me not really knowing what matters and what doesn't. Since I don't know this language. So the system question. They also have that. I don't know. Have a look at the script on the cube. Let's see if any of that made a difference real quick here. The reference script, player movement, on this behavior is missing. Oh yeah, because I changed it. So that probably wasn't really the problem. Yeah. Or maybe I broke it. Oh, it was multiplying my movements by 0. So I'm not sure how I broke this exactly. What did I do? How did I bust this so badly? Doesn't like this, perhaps? There. Now it's fine. Ah, here we go. We're moving. We're moving. Hooray. And we're hovering off the ground because of the bounding box I set up. But that's okay. It's progress, y'all. Something is happening. Something has happened. We don't have any rotation. Yep, baby steps, baby steps. Let's have a look at that little collider box boy there. So we don't hover off the ground. Still hovering. Yeah. Not as much. That's cool though, right? We got something going. Pardon me. Height of 1. What about 0.9? I think the cube is 1 tall. As soon as I start moving, it still gets pushed up. I don't know. I don't know why. Let me try like a lot smaller. I suppose I could test that live as well. It doesn't seem to be like beyond or below a certain point, it's not having any effect on it. See what that does. Actually, I guess that's not gonna do shit after we're off and running. Put it way up in the air. Ah. Oh, so now we have no collision at all. Interesting. We need it. Without it, we can't. We can't collide. At least with it set up like this. What about like that? That'll probably do fine. So it's not pushing us off the ground, but we're still colliding. That's nice. Be nice if we could rotate. I wonder if this tutorial covers that. Edit the collider, add the controller, yeah. Blah, blah, we move around. Classic WASD. Gravity. Walking animation, character rotation, and looking around with the mouse. Well, we're going to skip the character animation because it's a cube. Okay, so we're straight up adding stuff to the same thing. That's fine. So we're gonna do this. And I know this is all very, very bumbling. But this, I will absorb through doing dumb stuff like this. Because by doing this, I'm going to experience like, okay, so this is what this does, this is what that does. You know, the common usages of a lot of things. But initially, it's always like very bumbling around. Hey, hey. Okay, so that adds gravity. Then we're going to add camera control. Whoops. No. Also, no. No, please. Alright. And we are going to be writing a new function. Holy Lord. I keep fat fingering this. Also, please stop. I don't want that. No. There we go. Probably would have helped if I would have just wrote this first. Sorry, I keep fat fingering. It's typos galore over here. Oh, right, okay. Oh, whoop. Right, okay. I am getting it. I'm not, like, unfamiliar with coding entirely, so as I'm writing this, I am thinking about why it's doing what it's doing. That I don't get, though. The rotation as Euler angles in degrees relative to the parent's transform rotation. Yep, that's some math shit outside my knowledge. Current rotation, that x greater than 180. That's rotation, that x 360. Yaw, pitch, and roll? Oh. Thank you. Math F. Clamp. Ah, okay. So this is going to keep it within the bounds that we set up with up limit and down limit. Pardon, moi. I hit tab too soon. Alright, camera holder. Sorry, I just gonged the mic. Whoa, quaternion? Excuse him. Excuse him. Wow. I'm glad other people have figured this shit out. Assign the main camera to the camera holder in the player controller script. Right. Okay. Whoop. A local variable or function named move is already defined in this scope. Ah. Did I... Oh. Oh, yeah. What the hell? What did I do? I see what I did. I added this bit. Didn't change this bit. Because it's different. So we need to check if the character controller is grounded. Set the vertical speed to 0. Else, vertical speed minus equals. Okay, so gravity. So that's our. Yeah. So we float down. Float. Maybe. Okay, that should fix that. Yeah. Yeah. And then... yeah. So like that. So that's our camera holder. We're not doing the animations. Okay, so now we should be able to move the camera around? Yep. Wasn't that something? That's as far down and as far up as we can look. And this also rotates us. Oh, lordy, lordy. I don't know how this goes in C sharp. Presumably like this. Oh, and we got this here too. Forbidden. There we go. I don't know C sharp, so I'm not. It's the formatting that everybody does for it is it's more like JSON schema stuff kind of. I don't do a lot of stuff that uses that formatting. I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me that much. As long as it looks okay to me and I understand what's going on, that's really all that matters to me. So why don't we do that? See how that is. There we go. That feels a little bit better than it did. This is cool already having like a little character in a space and able to move around in 3 dimensions like this. It's not like the height of doing anything, but I mean, it's cool that you can get something like this together so quickly. Yeah, lock the mouse to the fucking viewport, right? My mouse is just floating all around. It's disorienting to see my mouse somewhere else. Because I'm expecting that to be relative to... Anyway, just don't focus on it. I think you can escape out, right? Oh, that's a big no. That is a no on the escape button. No, I don't think my mouse isn't limited by the fact that the mouse is not locked in the viewport. It's limited. We have an up and a down bound set. That's what the clamp was about. But left and right, I can just... But this and this are intentional. I mean, by that tutorial. I didn't invent this. I am not the creator. The tutorial I found is strange. Uh... Here. This... No, oh, well, too late. Yeah, life. This is the one I found. It's from May of last year. This was part 2. That's part 1. But yeah. I mean, it got it done. It got me moving a character around with an over-the-shoulder camera. I could try to see if I can unravel how to alter this so that I can just move the character around without it being attached to the camera as well, right? So let's see if I learned anything. So we don't need rotate at all. Nor any of that, but that's whatever. Leave that alone. We can leave all the gravity stuff. So we modified this to control the camera. It's going to be harder than I think it is. Probably. We can actually leave that because that's all of this is just gravity. So really it's just the rotate. If I just disable the rotate. But the camera is still attached to the... Oh, I didn't save, did I? So this should just disable the camera control. Yeah. Can still move. But I can't look around anymore. So then wonder what happens now. There. Camera stationary. I'm here to tell you, Cypher, that was as easy as I thought it was. Nope, that's not what Actually, can't you I think you can position your yeah. So I could do like do this and then I can do no. There's some way to make this match my current view. Component aligned to view. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted at all, Cypher. Ah. See, there we go. Now. Boop. Feels weird because of the direction that the cube is facing. So this is W, this is S, this is A, and this is D. But I can fix that, right? It's probably based off the orientation of the player. So I could fix that by rotating the player. Or I could rotate the arena that I built here, which might be better. The only reason that I would want to rotate the player is just because I did like a widescreen shaped arena. So I feel like... Oh, that's not going to work, is it? Can you rotate a whole group? That's what I thought would happen. That's funny. Yeah, I need to make it like create empty arena. Let's make it the parent of everybody, and then there we go. Yeah, that's the answer. Duh. I don't know if I actually want to fuck with that. I'm gonna leave all that alone. Now, let's get in here, find a nice little spot, pan that a little. Main camera, find my view, save, and play. Yeah, look at that. Neat. I've got a bunch of like extra garbage now because of that, but hey, it's whatever. So if I want to move faster, pump that up. There we go. Look at us go. I don't know what's next. If I keep going down the path of that tutorial without actually using the tutorial, the only reason I'm not using it is because I don't know. I feel like it's against the law to actually put the tutorial up and follow it, right? I'd be thieving his content. Try adding a jump, huh? Well, now, so that's outside my knowledge. But let's look at the code that I have and how it works. So our original move. Yeah, you see, this doesn't really inform me at all. Let's see, Unity. Player jump. This will be good for comparison to this existing stuff, right? jump force. Oh, so this uses is grounded. So, yeah, man, this will end up being a real hodgepodge. I'll try that. Input. Get key down. And then this Stack Overflow shows you could do key code dot space. So you could do key code dot probably any key, right?
Come here. Let me go.
Hey.
Come here.
Let me go.
Come here.
Okay.
What's up? Slub Club. Thanks for the raid, Justin. I hope you had a good day, a good stream day.
Yes, I am the Lord.
Thanks to @VikingWarlock for my sub gift. HCJ guys raid.
Big Gun, thank you for 34 months.
Yes, I am the Lord.
Yo.
Thanks to @Arctech1 for my sub gift.
And Pissman 2020, thank you for 4 months. Have a good Pissman, Justin. And an excellent snack. We are just messing around with Unity right now. I am total baby for those of you just now joining us. I can show you what I currently have, which is I have this little arena and a little player cube guy. And I can move my cube around very slowly because I updated that one. I updated the speed in while we were in play. There we go. Holy shit. I'm okay. I'm alright. Well, I don't know if a jump is really what I want to do next. I think I want to play around with like bullets and collision. It would be nice if we could have the cube face the cursor. If I can figure out how to do that. Oh yeah, I could try to have a run key to increase the speed. This was more three-dimensional. I had an over-the-shoulder camera. I can bring it back, but I've already changed it away from that. I wanted to do like a little top-down playing around kind of thing. Actually, we are almost 2 hours in now. I guess I was a little slow to get rolling, though. You know, I'm gonna have to make a lot of little playing around prototypes to learn to learn all the stuff, like how things are done. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see if I can learn how to make the player face the cursor all the time. Oh. Well, that looks very easy, actually. It's just transform, look at. I'll try just slamming this code in here and see what it does. Now, I don't know if I should slap it directly into update or if I should add it to move. So we create a ray and then we say, hey, look at ray origin. And it uses the input mouse position. Now, I don't know if it's going to like this. But let's experiment. And let's just see what happens. We'll do error pause as well. Oh god, that's funny. So where does it think the mouse is? Oh, it's going wild right now. It's spinning madly, isn't it? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. So that didn't work real good. Okay. I mean, it's technically not broken. It's just not right. Whew. Buddy. Okay. So that wasn't right. Let me try this other code somebody had. That was good. I liked that. I'm sorry for just cutting and pasting. Extra 3 point. Transforms a point. See, my camera position might fuck with that. Let's see what it does, though. Well, you know, I'm just an apologetic kind of guy. Oh yeah, I didn't like that. Unassigned reference exception. The variable cam of player movement has not been assigned. You probably... Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Okay, well, we gotta do that and that and that. Hey, look at that. That does work. Okay. See, so it's weird because I can strafe. It's an interesting mix with the existing move code, right? I can... So if we get... It's moving relative to the position of the mouse. So once it gets to the mouse, it freaks.
Freaks the fuck out. It is not chill. Now, the code I borrowed is from some other novice, so this is probably something they didn't consider. That's very interesting. Certainly not not ideal. Yeah, the movement is with respect to the mouse position, or relative to the mouse position. And the character is always facing the mouse, which is what I wanted. So you can have the controller be the movement and a child object be given the look command. Right. I see what you're saying. Yeah. This is fun, though. This is fun and silly. I like that. I'm driving the character right now with just holding W and then moving the mouse. That's pretty good, huh? I mean, it gets awful once it gets to the mouse. I love how funny things are when you mix the wrong shit together and just totally unexpected consequences, you know? Yeah, so the type of movement I was thinking was more along the lines of like a twin stick shooter type of deal, right? Where the character can move independently with WASD and then always looks and shoots wherever the mouse is. That kind of thing. Not this. this is, but yeah. So what we would need to do is like BFA said. So right now we've piled this all onto player. But what we could do is instead we still wouldn't want to have the player. How can I divorce the model from the player? Okay, so let's clean this up a little bit, because we're not going to use the over-the-shoulder camera stuff. Honestly, we're not going to use the gravity, really, but we can leave it. Get that out of here. This can all go. Yeah. Can all leave. That's okay. I want to keep the player, but disassociate the cube from it. You know what I mean? Oh, I could just remove the components. So what if recreating this, recreating the player is probably the easier way to go. I think one of the problems with like Unity tutorials and stuff from what I've seen so far, and it's not like a problem like in a bad, just like why they are the way they are, is that there's a lot of like Unity's kind of older now, right? And I think that even tutorials that are written recently are written by people who have had very different journeys through Unity. Like with anything like this, especially if you work with it a lot, you may get used to doing things a certain way and aren't up to speed with whatever the latest, greatest way of doing it is. Or what's built in versus what's not, because, you know, things get added, things go away. Anyway, let's do... Or create an empty parent. Yeah. So, and yeah, and then let's do player model, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so now how can I? Whoop. Player. Okay. So we've got this. And we want this. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This goes. Because we've got that on the parent. And we don't want that on there anyway. But we do want the cam. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump that. And we want the... No, we don't want that. We want this. Here. And speed 20. I'm definitely doing this in a messed up way. Yeah, I really probably should have written a new script. Kind of bodging this together, sort of smashing it into one thing in a way that's not really right, but I'm going to just try it anyway. It didn't like that. The variable cam, right? Yeah, so it really does need to be a separate. Yeah. I see what you're saying. So this doesn't need to be here. Make a reference to the cube in the script and change the rotation code to only work on the reference.
Oh no, your slug tube's in my sock box.
Hey, Pack Rat, Ponderers, what's up? Welcome, my friends. We are kind of we're playing with Unity. A game will not get made. But there will be there will be jank. Oh boy, will there be jank. See, I don't know how to make a reference yet to, like, if I want to reference that cube child and have that be what gets rotated. Oh, wait. So this cam is just a reference, although it's expecting a camera. So what I need to do is understand this fucking code. Converting the mouse position to a point in 3D space, blah, blah, blah. So cam, it's taking the camera and it's saying screen to world point. New vector, mouse position X and Y. And Z over here of just one. And the line going through the camera and the mouse position. So this is the transform look at is where I need to be doing it. But I don't understand what this is operating on. I can, yeah. Whoa, nope, not that. It doesn't like this. It's not a thing. cube transform look at? So this is would it be player model? Game object. Oh yeah. I should have known that already because I've seen that before. And then I just assign that. Well, I've got to save. Excuse me. Okay, so camera is camera. Player model is cube. Okay, well, it didn't break, but it isn't right. All right. Well, let's see if we can figure out why that happened. Yeah, that might be the gravity code, but what it makes me think is that I've got a collision issue. Yes, I do.
Yes.
Because
I am the Lord.
we're still using the
Co-hype.
Clairvoyant Nara, thank you for 49 months. The collision bounds are still way up here. To be honest, I'm not sure why they're way up here. Oh. Yeah, there's a disparity between the position of the player parent and the player model. That's the problem. Yeah, this is relative to the parent. Uh-huh. So what happened is that the player parent fell down to the floor because of the gravity, and then the actual model just went through the floor because it was like, this is what you told me to do. You said this guy is my dad, and I'm down underground. So let's calm this down a little bit. And we'll do that. We did that before. And it just drops down now. Oh my word. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Just as intended. That's so satisfying when something works like this. And I love that we kept the gravity code, so wherever I start the player, it'll drop down to the floor. So no worries there. It's so cool. That's so fucking great. Yeah, it just feels good. It's not working the same way it was before. Look. I mean, yeah. See, WASD is now relative to the world or the scene, not the mouse. So you see, like if I hold W, before it was going at the mouse, but now if I hold W, it just goes up. S goes down. D goes right. A goes left. No matter where the mouse is. See? Huge improvement. Yeah, it feels cool to be able to just get simple things going in like early days when you're doing stuff like this. Oh yeah, it was probably because of how I was moving the mouse around. No, we've got total freedom of movement now. This is a nothing. The big tutorial I keep referencing, which Let's just bring it up.
Hello, I'm Tom, and this is a tutorial on how to make a game in Unity with no experience.
Look at this
And by no
handsome
experience,
devil.
I mean you've never written a line of code. So that's one of the things that we will introduce in hopefully the most approachable way I know of. And Unity tutorial.
So this is actually really, really good.
It's a little bit small in 2 dimensions. It's fine. I think.
His tutorial probably would be the one for me to follow because I feel like I would get it more following along with him. Yeah, this guy did gunpoint, heat signature. Wait, I think it's one word. I actually have this game. The new game that he's working on looks fucking awesome, by the way. It's really cool. So he made this game, which is a pretty cool little simple game about infiltration. This is one of those games that I own and I don't think I ever played. I probably got it in like a Humble Bundle or something. And then this one is even cooler looking. And I don't have this one.
Ever since man first knocked man through a plate glass window, we've looked up at the stars and wondered, what if we could do that, but in space? Well, then that man would be in space, and someone would have to make all that space.
I like the game designs, but I also really like the sense of humor.
You play a contractor living in a remote nebula, taking on missions to break into spaceships.
Good night, Chloe.
Breaking into spaceships is a ridiculous job that will certainly get you killed. But luckily, there are easy missions you can choose. Well, that one's labeled mistake, so you might not want to. Okay, fine, we're doing the one literally labeled mistake. Your ship has no weapons, and is so small the bigger ships hardly notice it. Which is good, because its main feature is this.
Yeah, I think he mentioned somewhere in some video that I watched of his that
You're wildly outnumbered.
what he's known for is games that have names that have nothing to do with what they end up being.
You've just put yourself in. So here,
Like his games are based off of happy accidents. He's like the Bob Ross of game dev.
Wrench at this guy and dodge that bullet while your gun reloads. And everyone on the ship heard that. Soon you're finding gadgets like the subverter, which lets
There
you
also
get
seems to be a
behind
sort of
ship
through line
and the swapper, which
because
lets you
each of the
swap
games
pieces
seems
with
to build
enemies
on
make
previous
the ship
ideas.
itself.
But this game
What
looks
if the man you want to hit through a window isn't near the window?
looks wild.
Well, you could shoot the window anyway, then swap places with him.
Hello? There we go.
Hello, I'm Tom. This is Tactical Breach Wizards. This is a beta version of the game that we.
Hello.
How do you feel about chicken drawings?
That sounds good.
Gentle enough?
Yeah. I have made game. A few hours and I have a cube that can move and look at the mouse. Kind of like a top-down twin-stick shooter style. It doesn't look like much, but it feels good. It's the beginning. I don't really get the code yet, but I'll learn it. I just have to keep doing the same stuff enough times and then I'll get it.
Well, I am having a hard time keeping the titty stress.
All right.
This one keeps trying to fall out. Like if I put it on my arms, like you're supposed to wear it,
It never could jump.
it just falls down. I don't have shoulders. So
I'm
I was
sorry.
like, I'll just put it up like this. I'm like, this is fine. But this one's like, nah. So I keep having to like do stuff and be like, no titty.
Right.
Like, what do you know? Those are my problems today.
I feel for you. I'm sorry about your problems.
I mean, other than that, it's a cute dress.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, I never had a jump. I never programmed one in. But yeah, Tactical Breach Wizards.
Recently testers play, and I'm just going to play through
This actually
the
looks
first
really
editions of it just to
compelling. It's kind of like a
like now, 'cause it's changed
sort of
since
a
we last checked.
XCOM style thing.
So I'm
It's
playing
like
as
turn-based
Volunteer.
combat.
This is my only unit for this mission.
Look at this guy.
He's a special forces operative who can see a short distance into the future, and
It's
he's on
military
this mission
wizards.
because he was tracking.
It looks great, and I love the humor that they've got built into this. Got a witch police officer. There was some other terminology I saw in one of these that I thought was great. Oh yeah. WizTech, this is Mage Actual. We're in position. Breach glyphs are hot. Very cool style. Gameplay looks really neat. And it's a fun mix of stuff that you normally don't see together. Wizards and witches and military tactical maneuvers. It's just got a really good style that I like a lot. Yeah. So his tutorial is basically what I'm kind of currently doing, except for probably smarter and cleaner and more directly to what it's supposed to be. You can actually learn what the heck
So
stuff is about.
we'll make a different prefab. We don't need to know where it is. It's not in our game.
Oh yeah,
log.
this is
We're
where he
just
adds
editing the
like
bullet itself,
shooting bullets.
and we can just add a component to it. And just like we do with the player, I'm going to scroll to the bottom of this and say new script.
Why
Just
don't I
like we
have
do with the
that
player, we're going to write bullet.
picture-in-picture option?
Just going to be a
How do I
pretty
get that?
general term for whatever we need the bullet to do. And
Oh
the nice thing
god,
about doing it this way is that
that's not what I wanted.
almost everything we're going to write is going to be very familiar. It's going to be
Is that a
very working
Firefox
within
feature?
what we already know.
And not a Chrome
because-
feature? Damn, I didn't prepare my Firefox. Well, welly, well, well, well. Candor sent me something. Let me see if I can make use of it. Hold on a second. Just a moment, please. Please hold. It is a model, as you will see. I have to transfer this through my mess of folders. I don't want you to see Daddy's folders. Okay. I have no idea how to do this. Well, actually, I have some idea. Hold on. Don't tell me. I bet I can do it. Okay. Boop. So cobot.obj, a 3D object. Ha! Okay. Now, can I guess I would do this. Whoa! Ho, ho, ho! All right. WASD is not working in the viewport for me at the moment for some reason. What happened? Why can't I? Let me see. Oh, that's cool. Why can't I? Oh, it's because I'm so far out. Jesus. Oh, is it on its face as well? I think it is. This is actually the bottom. Okay, well, we can fix this. So 90, no, negative 90. Aha. Here's the front. Yeah, I think I need to adjust the scale just a teensy bit. Let's knock the scale down to, golly, that's probably not going to be enough. Still quite a large lad. I don't know if there's a way of resetting like the base scale for model. He's so cute. He's so cute. Look how cute he is. He's real cute. All right. It's already at 000. I guess it's gonna have to be. It's just gonna have to be. It needs an offset. It's probably good enough, I guess. Its origins at the corner. I don't know. I don't know how to fix any of that. Just child it to the cube. Okay. I guess let's see what that did. There you go. Easy peasy, baby. Nice. It's adorable, Candor. It looks fine. Even though Unity kind of botched it a bit, it's working fine. Oh, it's so good. That's so good. Oh, balls. Well, you can't win them all. I wanted to change our view a little bit. Look at him. Aw. It's amazing how even little stuff like this, like getting this model in here and making it go, it feels so huge, you know? Everything at the beginning of something like this feels like giant leaps, doesn't it? This collision's a little out of whack, but that's not a big deal. We can have a little leeway. Very cool. Very, very cool. Well, let's see if we can get some bullet shooting going.
Is, I think, just a normal number. It's just a normal kind of number we're going to be using. And you have to tell Unity what kind of variable the variable is when you declare it, which is what we're doing now. And because we declared it there, if we wanted to do something like, remember that variable inside of update, you can only use inside of update. of player behavior know about it, but now things outside player behavior can also know about it. And if we go to edit preferences, and alongside here, there's which one's going to be right? I don't care. I know the answer to this because I've learned it the hard way a million times. We don't care. That's if bit create a bullet at our current position. That's just a comment. That's not code. We haven't done anything yet, but I'm writing it out because the stumbling block we're going to hit here is what is a bullet? Like we're about to tell code. Like I know how to write if clicked. You know how to write if clicked. And I know how to write our current position as well. That's transformed position. But how do I write bullet here? I can't write the word bullet because I don't know what the hell we're talking about. We need to go and create a bullet. What is a bullet? We get to make that up. The joys of this job. So we're going to go to same way we created the ground, the player, game object, 3D object Q. It's going to create some random location.
I'm going to try to speed through this.
Because let's actually, it's good to have it be in scene view, not game view, so you can actually manipulate these things. As a bullet, that's rather similar to our player character. We want to make it kind of long and thin, but rather than typing values.
All right, so let's design a bullet really quick. I'm just gonna do it the same way he did, although I'm gonna call it a bullet. Hold on. Oh, is it tiny? Oh, it's far away. It's so far. Why are you so far? There we go. Okay. I'm not gonna make anything as advanced as a star. I'm just gonna make a little bitty bullet. 0.2, 0.5, no, 2, 0.5. Ta-da! Oh my god. The mouse wheel is so powerful. Cool. Okay, so we've got a little bullet. Oh, let me save that as well.
Here, this time we're actually going to use, over up here in the top left, all these little buttons are different like modes of editing things in the scene view. Use these a lot if you're going to set up, if you're making this, we're making a long thing, just check that the direction that it's long in is the Z direction. Remember this little widget up here tells you which direction Z is, the blue thing.
Long in Z, eh? It is.
Our thing wants to be long in the Z dimension and short in the others. And actually it's probably a bit too long in the Z dimension, make it a bit shorter. So compare that to our player. If we click around here, this little, the arrow one, that's the one we started with, the useful one for just dragging things around the 3D space. We don't care where this is, like I said, but just to get a size comparison. Yeah, that's very big for a bullet compared to if our player is a human, but it isn't. But that's good enough. I like that. Let's name it. It's a bullet. But now, we actually want it to be in our world, right? We don't, the way you make a bullet during gameplay is not to like pick one up from the ground and throw it out. We actually want to create the bullet in code. And to do that, we need to have a bullet in our assets folder. We're going to create a sort of permanent bullet. We have to create the idea of a bullet, the platonic ideal of a bullet, so the code can have in its mind so that at a moment's notice it can summon it.
The idea of a bullet.
So the way you do that is just drag it in there. Just drag the bullet into the project folder and it pops in there. Now, we've created a prefab. Prefab is short for prefabricated, I guess prefabricated object, I don't know, prefabricated thing. In other words, here's one we did.
Yes.
It's a thing that was made ahead of time, it was made before the game starts.
I remember that he did do an instantiation here.
That means we can copy from that. It's like a master copy. We can take copies of it. Anytime we create a bullet, just look at that.
Yes, I know.
And it can get in a bit of a mess trying to keep track of where you're editing a copy of prefab. Again, it's a pitfall where you can get absorbed in your work and do all the work and then realize, oh god, having I guess prefab like this, and that's the kind of bullet we want in our game. We can't change the prefab. We only change the copies of it. You need to be very careful about this. A prefab, we want this to be a reference to the thing in the project folder, the platonic idea of the bullet, the idea of the bullet itself, the idea itself.
Oh, okay.
We've made that change in player behavior. So this is why I wanted to do this public float speed thing first, because now we know if we declare a public variable up here, we get to see it in the inspector. So if I write public game object, bullet prefab, and just end up with semicolon, I'm not telling you what it is yet, I'm just saying.
Right. Yeah. Oh, bullet prefab, right.
There's going to be things, it's going to be a game object, I'm calling it prefab, and I want it to be public, I want the inspector to be able to see it. And that was on, so just to be super clear, we've made that change in player behavior, so we go back to our player object and find player behavior, and right next to our speed is now there's an option for bullet prefab. And again, we just drag it in. If you still had the copy of the bullet prefab in your scene, you might be tempted to drag it from there, don't do that. You need to be very careful about this. A prefab, we want this to be a reference to the thing in the project folder, the platonic idea of the bullet, the idea of the bullet itself, not any individual bullet in our world. And luckily, that's why we did that bullet, because that makes this choice really easy. The pitfall is gone. There's no ambiguity here. There's only one thing called bullet, we drag it in there, we're done. So that's why I recommend doing it that way where possible. So now that we've done that, we can reverse code. We could write something like instantiate brackets bullet prefab. So instantiate is the word for copying something. And in particular, you're usually using this, almost always using this, to take a prefab and make a copy of it. And the copy is called an instance, and so that's why the word is instantiate. So take this thing, make an instance of it, make a copy of it. And so we need to tell it what we want to copy. We also want to tell it where. Where should it be? Where do you want to copy? Well, we want it at our position, which is counter position. And then you also have to say which way should it be facing, which is fair enough. It doesn't want to know just where in the world it should create, but like which way should it be pointing when we create it. And so we just want it to face our direction, whichever way we're facing. So transform.rotation. That's the name for which way we're facing. And then semicolon at the end, and that is it. That will just create a bullet icon.
Okay. So position rotation, which is going to just be based off of the player. Okay. Cool. Makes perfect sense.
I am the Lord.
Ooh, shiny 6-year button, D to many more.
Zick, thank you for 72 months. Enjoy that 6-year button. Okay. Before we go back to him, let's see what that did. Wait a minute. He didn't write anything for like... I don't think he was going to do shit. Ah! I better stop that. I better stop. Oh, it instantiates bullets. Look at it go. It's like it's the Cobot space program. I assume this is what happens to him too.
So now we're going to play. We haven't played in a while, actually. There's a lot of development about much playing. And hopefully it's going to make it play. So now, we're creating bullets all the time. They follow us everywhere we go. Because remember, our code is just instantiating it. We just put that in update. So that's happening 60 times a second, 100 times a second, who knows? All the time it can. It's going to create a bullet. And I just enjoy doing stuff like this. Because you sort of, if you...
It didn't... It's not the same thing that happened, but...
If I thought about something like this, and well, the game just crashed. There's too many objects. It's going to completely fall apart. You know, I tried spawning 1,000 barrels in Half-Life, and it grinds the whole thing to a halt. Luckily, our game is way simpler, and we're not asking it to do anything complicated yet. And so you just kind of can have thousands of objects, and it's fine. Obviously, this isn't really the behavior we wanted to do. So, first thing to fix is we should actually have it only happen when you click the mouse button. And we know how to write this, don't we? Remember, we say if, and then we open normal brackets, and we call the input hotline, and we ask you about the state of a button. Hey, input hotline, I want to ask you about a button. The button I want to ask you about is fire1. That's slightly silly name for left mouse button. And then after the if, open some curly braces. And
fire1, huh?
And it goes on a new line, which is fair enough.
Okay. If input.getButton fire1, then we instantiate. See if that works. Hey, you were wondering about my jump functionality, right? Is this a jump functionality? I can almost climb them. Make stairs, except for it happens way too fucking fast. Yeah, it's poop jumping, dude. Poop. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. We're too high up. It's like rocket jumping, kind of. Alright. Well, that sure ain't right.
So now that we have when we're holding fire, so that's cool. Move around, and we can kind of... It's kind of like painting with them, which I kind of like. It feels very creative. We were trying to make a traditional action game, but we ended up making a beautiful art package. And that's okay. So I guess you can make it like burst as well now that it's click-based. Oh yeah, and so just to explicitly say, I said get button here instead of get button down. If we want it to be a semi-automatic fire, get button down would mean there's only triggers on the frame that the button goes down. If you just say get button, it's going to happen all the time the button is held, which is a lot. And that kind of feels better, I think. For now, I think just being able to hold down fire and have a load of bullets come out is great. It feels quite nice, and also it's going to be quite useful for our purposes because we'll be able to see very clearly what's happening without having to mash the button a lot. So that's cool. The next thing is it doesn't move. They're all a bit static as bullets. One of the defining traits of a bullet, I would say, is how it moves. And we could do something here to, like, after we create a bullet, get a reference to that bullet and then give it some speed. That's a valid way to do it. And there's, I would say, if you're doing something like the gravity gun in Half-Life, where the gun is picking the thing up and then giving it some speed, it might make sense to do that here because it's the player that's doing it to the object. With a bullet, very debatable about the physics of the gun, but I think just in terms of how our game is going to work, it makes sense for the bullet itself to know about how fast do I go and how do I behave. So we're going to make a bullet behavior. We're going to need one anyway because bullets will need to know things like
Yeah.
firing a million bullets off and they're shooting outside of the level and stuff. Eventually,
It would be better if it was
otherwise
locked
you
to
can't
sort of
just
the
step
2D
around.
plane.
So we have our bullet. We double click it in the project folder. It opens in this like
It's okay for now, though.
in the Matrix, basically, like an infinite expanse, isolated from the rest of the world. We don't need to know where it is. It's not in my game world. We just editing the bullet itself, and we can just add a component to it. And just like we do with the player, we're going to scroll to the bottom of this and say new script. And just like we do with the player, we're going to write bullet behavior. Just going to be a pretty general term for whatever we need bullet to do.
Okay.
And the nice thing about doing it this way is that we almost only going to write is going to be very familiar. It's going to be very working within what we already know, because I think the bullet's going to need a speed, and we might as well make that public float speed. And we're not going to say what it is because we're going to set it in the inspector. Remember, if you make something public up here, announce it to the whole building, and you make it public, you don't want to set it in because it could be overridden.
Oh well, fuck it.
We want to set it in the inspector. And in fact, let's go do that, just so we don't forget. It'll take a little while just to notice that we edited the file. In fact, did we even save the file? No. So it takes a very long time if you don't save it. And then speed pops up. It's 0. It defaults to 0. So we can go value it just defaults to nothing. Our player moves at 20 meters per second. Let's make the bullet move faster than that. Let's say like 40. Yeah, that probably be a bit slow, but let's start there. And now in our update, we can just do more or less the same thing we did when we wanted the player to move. So we're going to take our transform position. We're going to increase it by some kind of vector times speed. And so what vector? Last time we used vector 3.forward. We could do that, but if we did that, our bullet will always move forward. Which sounds right, but when we call the vector hotline and say, hey, what's forward? It's going to say, oh, that's Z. It's that blue arrow that we've been seeing in the scene view. Okay, let's go back there and just go back to our scene and just explain what I'm talking about. Vector 3.forward, we're asking for the platonic ideal of forward, the absolute notion of forward. What is forward? What does it mean to be forward? It's basically, you can call it north. It's, in our game view, it's this way, I guess. Me doing that from the screen doesn't help you at all. But it's, you know what direction I'm talking about. And it's always that direction. So whichever way the bullet is pointing, it always fly north, which we don't want. We want the bullet to care about its own sense of forward. We want it to go the way it's pointing, not just always vector 3.forward, which is this absolute term. So instead of vector 3.forward, we're going to say transform.forward. So that's just a nice, convenient term we have that means the bullet should look at its own, whichever way it's facing. What is forward to you? Let's go for this objective notion of forward. So vector 3.forward is the absolute forward, the objective forward. It's north, and transform.forward is your own forward, whichever way you're facing. And we can multiply that by speed, and then we also need to multiply by time, full time hotline, and ask it for delta time, which is how long it takes the last update to compensate the fact that update could be running at any speed, we don't know. So that ought to work. We could make it more like the player behavior by separating that out into a different variable, but if you understood that, then we don't do that. Of course, I can't ask you if you understood that. And now, bullets shoot out. And actually, the behavior we're saying is exactly what I said we wanted to avoid.
Nice. Okay. I wonder then. Oh, I didn't set a speed though. I don't know what. I don't know. 10. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Let's try it out. Oh no. Okay. Okay, so they are traveling. They don't have any collision. And they're still piling up out of the bottom of Cobot. Yeah, that's not right. That's not right.
Which is, they do all go north, but that's not a problem in our code. Our code is completely correct. Why they're all going north? Have you figured it out yet? Because our player is always facing north. Our player doesn't rotate. We're moving in different directions, but we don't face those different directions.
So they're coming out of the bottom. Yeah, I don't have a jump as part of the movement code. They're physical objects. Well, I think we're gonna want them to be physical objects. Let's continue with him for a few, and then I'll figure this out.
That's probably the next thing to fix. Let's see if we can make a player face the direction they're going in. Now for this, how can we do this? We need to know what we're really doing here is at the start of the update, we're in one position. At the end of the update, we're in a new position. What we'd like to do is say, hey, look at that new position. Before you go there, look in that direction. Because there's a pretty convenient way of saying, you can say transform.look at, and then we give it a position. So all we need to do is figure out where it's going before it actually goes there. And right now our code doesn't really support that because we do it one bit by bit. We do horizontal, then we do vertical, then we do vertical, then horizontal. Sorry. What we really want to do is take that all together. Take both the horizontal and the vertical movement together. Imagine, if you will, a bunch of numbers that all come together. Does that sound familiar? That's what vector 3 is. It's 3 numbers that come together. And we have a horizontal one that refers to the x-axis. We have a vertical one that refers to the z-axis. We don't have a y one because we don't want to move in the y-axis at all. We want to stay on this flat plane. So that'll just always be 0. But other than that, we can make a vector of this. So we can actually say, in the same way we defined a float up here for speed and for some axis to move, we're going to define a vector, declare a vector. And I'm going to call this input vector. And when you make a new vector, because it's not as simple as just saying 3 or 5 or whatever, we're going to say new vector 3. So we want to create new vector 3, and in brackets we're going to tell it what we want that vector 3 to be. So we could type in like
Oh yeah, that's definitely what's happening.
Those particular values. Obviously we don't want that. We want it to depend on some stuff. And in fact, we especially want that y value to be 0. Remember, this goes x, y, z, in alphabetical order, and so the middle one is y. And the ones we care about are the first and the last one. First one is x, and what is the x value that's going to be? It's going to be the, excuse me, I just forget the wrong thing. It's going to be the horizontal axis. X is horizontal. And then what is the z coordinate going to be? It's going to be the vertical one. And now that is a vector representing. We talked before about like this. It treats WSD almost like a thumbstick on a gamepad, but this is now a vector pointing in the direction that you're pushing the thumbstick. If you imagine actually pushing a thumbstick, the vector we've got back now represents all that movement. And we've got a whole row down there. We're not worrying about them just yet, because what I want to do next is we've got that max distance to move. So we could say, let me just check that this is correct. Yeah. So vector 3. Oh yeah, I'm doing a little trick there. So I can start typing vector. I was going to say the problem with that is it usually auto-completes to vector 2, which you don't want, but it's being annoyingly helpful, and it's guessing that well now it's saying vector 2 because I guess I know what I typed most recently. But anyway, I've gotten a habit of just typing v3, and the most common thing it knows about that begins with v and has a 3 in it is vector 3, so you don't have to do that.
Oh, that's cool.
You don't need to do it that way, it's just a thing I find useful.
Nice.
We want to create a new vector that is basically how far we're going to move, and that's just going to be the input vector multiplied, input vector times max distance to move. So that is how far and in what direction we're pushing the thumbstick, multiplied by how far it's possible to move. If we can move 100 meters, then and we're pushing it all the way to the left, we want to move 100 meters left. If we can only move 50 meters, this is a very big value for some reason, and we're pushing sort of 45 degrees up there, we're going to move 50 meters in that direction. And the whole reason we're doing it this way is we want to be able to know what position we're going to move to before we move there, so that we can look in that direction. And so now that's what we get to do. We get to say new position is our current position, that's our position, plus this vector we're going to move by, which is how far we're pushing the stick times how far it's possible to move in this one set at our current speed. So we know where we're going to move now, but we haven't moved there yet. So we're going to do this magic transform.lookat thing, which is new position. I love it when it's that simple. Like this stuff is all complicated. If it was complicated work, like okay, we're going to create a vector and then do something with vector.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just. So he's doing code now for basically doing the looking at the cursor thing.
And the payoff of all that is hopefully the steps are reasonably clear to read, and then at the
Sort
end
of.
say, hey, look at that, look at the new position, which is almost plain English for what we want to happen.
I think he's actually not doing that. He's doing it a different way.
Transform.position equals new position. Remember, when you
I don't know
this,
C# now.
things are the same. Just say that the same. I think the way I phrase it was the code looks and says, oh, you say.
So I'm at a major disadvantage with all this stuff.
And that's not, and then this stuff, this is just remnants of the old way we did that. So let's actually maybe even explain what we're doing here and just say, find the new, what is the new position we're moving to before we actually move there? Because by the time we move there, it's too late. If you look at it when you're already there, that doesn't give you a direction, right? Look where you already are. Don't know. Cool. Yeah. So I think we are done with the actual lesson part.
Okay, so that's just sort of like you rotate with A and D.
There's a lot we can do with this. Just to mention, there are still things that are a little bit imperfect about our approach here, to do with like running stuff in update.
I don't know. I wouldn't say I know any language.
Basically, there are certain things that might behave in a not entirely desirable way. You could do a tutorial where you just rigorously write some movement code and you spend like 6 episodes making them go better and better. Do this. When I said we defined in player behavior, this will fly in front of cameras, and will they be our camera? Yeah, they'll be our camera. I don't know what. Oh no, that's me. I'm going to on. Okay, let's keep it. Sorry, normally that's shortcut, but right click it and say rename, and then we'll say bullet speed, just to stop us from getting confused about that in the future. We're now looking at bullet speed. After a second, it's going to update here, and let's rotate map to 1. Oh wow! Oh, that's so cool. Not only is it slow, but you forget what direction you created them in, and then they. Oh my god, this is super cool. And oh no, sorry, if you like this. Whoa! I love that. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I suppose we are some shadows, but not from these. I think future-proof and all this stuff. That is not my style. I like to get things working in some kind of way, and then once it's fun, then.
Oh, I think I know now. So this is in player behavior. I put the no, this is right. Okay, I see. Right, so this is that. I need this. This is what's missing from mine. Pretty sure. Yep. It's pretty special still. But I mean, this is more correct. It's closer. So they're instantiating. yeah, they're bumping. The collision is bumping together. Oh god, that's so cool and funny. Oh Lord. Well, welly, well. Yeah. Well, the bullets would need some sort of life. They would need to destroy themselves after certain events or a certain period of time or something like that. Yeah, I would think that like instantiating the bullet in front of the player a little bit would be the way to go. Which would mean so when we're instantiating the bullets, we're doing that here. We're using the cube transform position and rotation. We could do an offset here, but I'm not sure how to tell it how to offset in what direction. I mean, we're just playing around, Woggle. This isn't like I'm not building a game. I don't intend it to be a real game or anything like that. Well, I know it should be Z. I'm saying I don't know code wise. Well, maybe I do. Let me see. Cube transform position. It's X. That would be its X and Z though, right? How do I tell it like that I want to add to the Z? Oh, yeah. Duh. That's what the vector 3 is all about. One, I guess. Maybe. It doesn't like that I did this. It cannot be used like a method. New? Oh. Like that? I don't think we need a dot Z in this case, though. Do we? If I do that, then it would only take the Z position and then add one to it. But I think if we do it like this, we're adding one to the Z without having to say... Yeah, let's just see what this does. Oh, what the hell? Oh, yeah. No, I'm stupid. I'm dumb. Let's just see. Maybe this will fuck up. No errors. Hey. Oh, wait. Wait. Wait a second. Okay, so my it's because my character's not oriented correctly, but it did work. So what we would want to do is actually the X needs one. And then it should be in front. No. What's weird is that it's not different. Oh yeah, the controller is not turning. But I'm using the cube position and rotation. All right, hold on a second. and another secret transmission. One moment, please. Okay. Oh, whoops. What's that running? Bleh. Oh. So, how do I do the other bit? See that? Also, what is this? Oh. Oh. Oh, I see. Interesting. So it doesn't. Right, yeah. Hold on just a moment, please. Right. Okay. And then. Hmm? Oh. Hello. I don't have the best computer to computer transfer system. I use Dropbox to transfer files between computers that are right beside each other. Because I am an idiot. Okay. Okay. Now, just drag it into Unity. So just bloop. But how do then I get it on Cobot here? Click on that. And yeah, I haven't messed with anything like this, so this is beyond my. Whoop. Okay. How do I orient it?
You're thinking it should have just worked? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I thought it went stupid on me. Uh, no idea. Oh, well. I'm sorry. No worky. I got another secret transmission stating that you need to multiply your offset by the cube's transform forward. Which I presume means this would be my offset. So I feel like you're saying he doesn't like that. Nope. Offset being a scalar, like 1 or 2. Oh. Do you mean then? I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry, food. This is beyond me. I don't know C sharp. We're probably lucky that I got this far. How do you define a float again? Do you have to do it like that? Or is it the other way around? It is the other way around. Attempting to learn things. Essentially wildly wrong. About to find out. Oh. Nope, I was right. Fantastique. Oh, we can still bump into and bounce off of the bullets. We can move as fast as the bullets and run into them. But yeah, food saves the day on that. Bullets are famously slow. That is true. Oh, well, I'm about out of time here, y'all. God, a single click generates so many. So yeah, later in the tutorial, they get collision with the walls. I don't know why they go through the walls. Because it seems like they have collision already, but they go through the walls. It's just crazy to me how many times it fires off of just like the quickest click I can possibly. Like, can't see it there, but if I run it again, you look at the clones on the left. I'm just like, I'm my hand is off the mouse. I'm gonna try to hit it as shortly as I possibly can. Yeah, I guess that's like a minimum. No matter how quickly I try to hit the mouse. Oh yeah, my code just ignores collision. Yeah, that makes sense. You're right. Yeah, I remember now. He does address that later in his tutorial. He's like, and these just kind of ignore walls. That's why they just go through. But honestly, fairly encouraging beginnings here. This is just for learning, of course. It's not intended to be, this is not some game I wanted to make or anything like that. It's just how do anything in game. And it's pretty good. I feel like it's a pretty good start. This is a good start for playing around. So, yeah, we'll do more. We will absolutely do more. I would really like to continue my learning as much as possible. So, thank you all very, very much, as always, for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We'll be doing more soon. So, I will see you guys next stream. Have a great night.